day.
Yeah, I always described the LA punk scene, which was very new and thriving, and it was full of energy. And you got to keep in mind, we were kids from Chula Vista, California, which is a quiet little town. And Baba Chanel's dad, in the beginning, Mr. Chanel, who we also owe a lot to, was very supportive of us. And he would drive us in his Ford LTD wagon with wood paneling on the sides to LA to play at the Whiskey or wherever. And Baba would tell his dad, "Hey Dad, don't hang around, it's not cool to have your parents." And he would leave and hang out in some Italian restaurant somewhere. Then he'd come pick us up after the gig. And then we'd drive back that same night, and by Monday we're back in high school, junior high,
Wow.
But when we first started going up there, I mean, we were shy kids.
Yes.
And so we were very apprehensive. We were playing and we were very well rehearsed because we had nothing else to do in Chula Vista. We didn't have internet. We didn't have a million TV channels. We had record players and guitars. And luckily we got a rehearsal space, and we practiced a lot. So the first time we played in LA, we were tight. And that's how we got noticed by Greg Shaw on Bump Records. But I always said, to me, every time we went to do these trips to play, I always said, it was like punk rock Disneyland, because we up by, I don't know, fifth, sixth time we were up there, we already friends with Alice Bag and the guys in the Germs and you name it. The Weirdos were like our uncles, really. Even though we were like 16, 17, they were like in their 20s, they seemed a little older than us. But we were always playing with the Weirdos, it seemed like, or the Germs, and we were ever playing with the Weirdos. Nicky Beat, the drummer, took Baba and I under his wing, and anytime we finished the sound check, he'd be like, "Let's go get a hamburger," climb in his car and go down and eat somewhere and come back. And that became the thing. Every time we played with them, it was like those guys were like amazing.
And it felt nice for us to have peers at 16 because 16 and 24 are completely different. And in real life, you would not hang around. They were big brothers and sisters
they never
and helped us.
No.
And to be taken as equal, and you guys got better so much faster. And our very first show in LA was with the Germs opening, and it was the Germs' very first show.
Yeah.
And everyone played 2 sets that night except the Germs because they exploded in the first set and broke everything and smeared peanut butter. And it was a show where the Germs, the Zeros, and the Weirdos.
Yeah.
And for a 16-year-old to play your first show in LA, everyone liked you, and get offered a record deal.
Right.
It's a pretty big deal for a 16-year-old kid. So we were beaming on the way home. And we weren't very popular in school, so it wasn't we had friends to tell, "Hey, we played in a punk rock show." Because
You couldn't tell anybody at school.
well,
I mean, we stood out like sore thumbs, really. We kept to ourselves a lot in school. It was probably the best thing to do at the time. Punk was so new, nobody really understood it outside of where it was happening. And, it was happening in the big cities, LA, San Francisco, New York, Seattle, Portland, you name it, But somewhere like San Diego was so far behind what was happening in LA at that time, That's why we had to go to LA and play. We could never play in San Diego anywhere unless we were playing Leonard Skinner or Fleetwood Mac, but we weren't into that,
And it was a great time because it was a cast of misfits. They were gay, Latinos, nerds. The original beginnings of punk rock was so mixed with women, sexual orientation, Latinos, black, and later it became modified one white male. But those beginning years of punk rock was all misfits who usually liked Bowie, loved glam, and then when glam was over, it turned into punk. And it was a gathering of misfits. So we were very out of place in high school. But when we would come to LA or to San Francisco, it was like finding your tribe of all these mismatched people. And a very great way to grow up at 16 years old and have identities and see your peers on stage and be accepted and seeing everyone get better. Because people were practicing and getting better and changing their gears of, oh, now I found someone to play to you audience,
Yes.
and then to be on the audience and watching your friends. And
And-
it's a wonderful time.
And